boys and girls, this is Mrs. Stone, and this is spelling sort number 14. Before we get started, you're going to need your orange, your green, red, and purple colored pencils. And so when you grab those, come back to the lesson, you can start. All right, now that you got everything you need, take your words out and put them face up so you can see them. Now, I have some, well, I don't know if I should say good news or bad news. The good news is that this is going to be the last spelling lesson for a while, which means no more spelling tests for a while, until I think at least after Thanksgiving, because we start the spelling bee. And so I give you some time to study for the spelling bee, and then we'll pick up, I believe, after Thanksgiving. I'll have to look at that, but it'll be on the assignment sheet. Now, that may be good news for some of you, and I know some of you are just extremely devastated. Don't cry. It's okay. Spelling lessons will come back. So you'll be fine, I promise. I know how you guys just love these spelling sorts. So let's look at this. And this is it's kind of one of those, it's going to be a fairly easy sort. So you are going to be tested over your sort. It's going to be an easy sort as long as you know how to spell the word, because these are very confusing endings. And sometimes I even have to catch myself thinking, okay, is it L-E or E-L? I have to do that. So it's one of those things where you're just going to have to memorize how the ol sound is made. So we are looking for the ol sound, all right? And the first column is the ol sound made with the L-E as in cattle. The second column is the ol sound made with the E-L as in model. The red column is the ol sound made with the I-L as in pencil. And the purple column is the ol sound made with the A-L as in final. And then you have that oddball column out there. And as a matter of fact, we're going to start with the oddball column because I want to go ahead and get those words out of the way and explain to you why those go there. So I want you to find the two words of special and fragile. All right. Now, some people say that last word is fragile, but you can say it either way. But I want you to take a look at those. The ul sound, okay, is made by 3 letters in each one of those words. Okay, so special is not just made by the A-L, it's actually made by the I, A, and L. And then on fragile, okay, is not necessarily just made by the L-E, it's really made by the I-L-E. So be very, very careful with those. And to tell you very honestly, I probably won't even test you over the oddball column because those are such tricky words that I would hate for you to get them in the wrong column. So those words are over there, and so I would just say don't even study those words because those are not going to be on the set. I mean, you need to know how to spell those words. Special is a very important word, and we use it a lot. So you do need to know how to spell it. But I'm just telling you right now that those words are not going to be on your spelling test. All right, so the very first thing I want to do is I want to do the first column, and I want you to find the word saddle, okay, like a saddle for a horse. Now, the ul sound is there as in cattle, all right, but it is made with the L and the E together. So, go through all your words, and I want you to find all the words that end with L-E. They make the ul sound, but they end with the L-E. So go ahead and find them, put them on your chart, and when you're ready, come back to the lesson. All right, you should have found the words bundle, struggle, angle, couple, needle. Now, the one that you really need to pay attention to is the word angle. All right, we're going to find a very similar word in the next column that will be angel. Okay, it's very similar words, but one is L-E and the other one is E-L. This one is L-E and it's angle. Okay, you see that in math, a math angle. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to take your orange colored pencil and I want you to highlight all the LEs in those words. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the next column, the green column. We're looking for the OL sound, but it's specifically going to be made with the EL. All right, the first column was LE. This one is going to be EL. So I would say that these are probably your two trickiest columns, but we're looking for words that have EL. So I want you to find the word angel. All right, see how that differs from angle. But an angel, the OL sound is spelled with an EL. So go ahead and take your green colored pencil and highlight the E and the L because it makes the OL sound and it is spelled with an E and an L. So now what I want you to do is I want you to find all the words that are going to go into that column. So go ahead and find them, put them on the chart, don't glue, and then when you're ready, come back to the lesson. All right, you should have found the words cancel, level, vowel, novel, jewel. All right, they all have the O sound at the end, but in this case, it's going to be made with the EL spelling. So go ahead and take your green colored pencil and highlight all of the ELs, the O sound spelled with an EL. All right, so we've done the first two columns. Now what I want you to do is I want you to find the word evil. You'll notice it still has the O sound at the end, but in this case it is spelled with an IL. First column was LE, second column was EL. This column is going to be IL. Okay, so evil is the word I want you to find. So go ahead and take your red colored pencil and I want you to highlight the IL at the end of the word that makes the OL sound, but it is spelled IL. All right, so we've narrowed down your words, so all you should have left are words that end with IL and words that end with AL. So I want you to find all the words that end with IL that make the OL sound at the end. Go ahead and put them on your chart and then come back when you're ready. All right, so you should have found the words fossil, stencil, pupil, council, April. All right, you'll see that all of those words end with the IL, so I want you to go ahead and highlight the IL with your red colored pencil. Now, while you're doing that, I want you to specifically look at the word April. That word is capitalized because it is a proper noun, and so yes, it will count against you if I give that word on the test and you do not capitalize it. It will be wrong. So make sure that you capitalize the word April. All right, we're on our last column, and so I want you to find the word total. Right? We're looking at words that end with AL and they make the OL sound. So the word total has AL at the end. So go ahead and take your purple colored pencil and highlight the AL at the end of the word total that makes the OL sound, but it's spelled AL. All right, you have very select words left. So go ahead and put them all on your chart and let's look at them. Okay, the word is pedal. Now, that pedal is like a bicycle pedal, not like a petal of a flower. We're looking at a pedal, like a bicycle pedal. All right, we have pedal, signal, metal, local, journal. All of those end with the AL on the end that makes the OL sound. All right, so those are your spelling words for the week. You will have a test next Tuesday, and like I said, we take a little break after that because we're going to be doing spelling bee. Spelling bee words are on your own. I don't do assignments. I don't do anything. I let you know when the first written test is, when the second written test is, and things like that. But I don't make you study them. That's a parental choice, and so they may want you to do that. So This is the spelling lesson. Don't glue yet. You still have tomorrow that you need to study, and then you will turn this in on Tuesday in your doc folder before your test. So I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday.